G'day guys, and welcome back to Titley Junction. First of all, I'd like to apologise, it has taken me a long time to get in a layout update. Been very busy with work at the moment and still managed to get some work done on the layout, as you can see. Biggest change that I've done, as you can already notice, is the back scene. So wonderful, nice big back scene, hills and dales by ID Back Scenes. Very happy with it actually. It's turned out quite well. Very happy with how it's actually looked. I've only used some spray adhesive on the back of it as well, and it's turned out extremely well. As you can see down the end there, it's a little bit of a shadow occurring up in the back over here, and might have to look at it, getting some extra lights fitted to the roof at some point. But no, all very well. The other big change that you'll see here at the moment is I've received a new locomotive over a couple of weeks ago. This is the Oxford Rail Dean Goods. This one's with DCC sound, as you saw with the intro. Beautiful looking locomotive. Does the job extremely well. Very happy with it. Lots of detail. Yeah, she's my prized possession now. The other thing that, as you've noticed as well, I've got a few Great Western collet coaches from Buckman. Yeah, very nice models as well. The other items that I've obtained recently is two new locomotives, both by Buckman. Got a nice 45 XX unit, as well as a 64 XX pannier. Both very good runners. They've had a good run in around the layout as well. Biggest difficulty I've had with the 45XX is essentially the space that's in the actual ashes and the boiler area, etc., where you can only fit a DCC chip in. Very restricted on space, and unfortunately the one that I have actually got for it, first off, physically didn't fit. So I have gotten a lesser quality chip in the unit, and it's running okay, except I think the chip's a bit faulty. But in due time I'll get that replaced and sorted. It'll get both of them will get weathered very soon, as will the Oxford loco over further. All these will get a good lick of pigments and everything else, so stay tuned for videos on how I actually go about doing that. Been also working on some nice station platforms for Titley Junction. These ones here that you can see, got the brick pattern on the actual sides, as well as the nice York stone on the actual tops. Sorry, I'll just get to focus a bit there. There we are. So yeah, very nice item. So I've been building those from Will's plastic card kits. Currently at the moment I have produced the long main station platform, and I will be doing my best to try and get the smaller one done. It is almost done. This larger piece will actually go on the other side of the actual layout right here once I get some more baseboard and stuff done. Yeah, so she's looking quite good. I'm very happy how it's turned out. I'll just sit basically in the middle there, not in that exact position, but just to give you the idea on what's it actually doing. Just give that a bit of a wiggle. So yeah, she sits in there quite well, and she'll look very well, very good in place there. Correct height and everything as well. Still got to build up, as you can see. She's very holy, the benchwork still at the moment, so I'm not able to get much scenery in at this stage, but I'll be working on it very soon, hopefully, now that I'll get a bit of time. You just got to build this area up here, along with that at the back. Have a bit of a roadway that goes from the actual main road over to here, slowly, gradually creeps up to where the actual station is here, and yeah, bit of work involved. Still undecided. I do have a lot of plaster cloth sitting around, which I may use and just use some of the insulation foam for it. But I am considering actually grabbing the Woodland Scenic Shaper sheet and shaper plaster and giving that a crack and see how that goes. Haven't used it before, but the other methods that I've been using in the past, such as plaster cloth, work very good. So we'll wait and see. Behind the back scene, which is the fiddle yard, as you can see, not a lot has actually happened. I did pick up a couple of turnouts just so I can start the fiddle yard a bit more. I do have a purchase coming in the mail of more turnouts, so I'll be able to get a good lot of this sort of stuff sorted now that I've got a few locomotives. Get that all sorted, get it all wired up, and then yeah, I'll be a bit more happier in that regards as well. The other thing I've been working on at the moment is we're working on, especially last night, weathering on the wagons. Got a lot of these items from Dapol, very good items as well. So last night's efforts, I'll show the actual camera what I've actually done. So one of the cattle wagons here. So it's actually a little bit dark there. I might just move it into where the light is a bit more better actually. Give me a second. There we go. So she's looking quite good. I'm very happy with how the actual weathering has actually turned out. There we are. So I'm very happy on how it actually looks. A bit dirty, certainly not pristine and nice and clear. The other thing that I've been working on, apart from obviously all the wagons, got a couple of 14-ton ventilated goods as well. So yeah, getting them all looking a bit more natural. Got a good range of pigments from AK Interactive to the ones made by MIG. These were some of the ones I had left over from Flames of War when I used to paint that. You can see some of the other technical items I'm using, such as Citadel paints as well to do rust marks, etc. So got a few wagons from Dapol, such as coal wagons. Yeah, coal wagons to yeah, just a miscellaneous stuff really that used to run on the actual railway. Did get a couple of timber wagons. I think they're the 4-plank wagons with timber loads. Bit of rust put on them as well, just to give it that bit of a weathered and beaten up, used look. One thing that I was very unsure on was how the roof of the guards van actually looks after a bit of weathering. So I've used my imagination. Not settled on it, I'm not 100% on it. But at the same time though, I've got no idea what it's supposed to look like. So don't really have any references. So if you've got any suggestions on what I could look for or look at, yeah, let me know and I'll probably incorporate it into this as well. So do have a lot more wagons coming in the mail as well. Various other freight bits and pieces. Certainly do need more cattle wagons. So we're working on those. And yeah, in due time, you'll get some videos on how I actually do my weathering on my wagons, particularly using just straight pigments, no real paint otherwise per se. So at this stage, guys, that's it for the layout update. Not much else to really say. Like I said, I've been very busy with work, so not a lot has been actually progressing. But stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Like and subscribe. See ya.